Welcome to the Louder Tales podcast. We hope you enjoy today's show, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Here's your hosts, Rainbow and Tim.
Well, there is no Rainbow today. It's just me. She's not feeling that well, so I figured I'd take a little bit of time and tell you guys. We'll just talk about what I've been doing lately. With Rainbow's cancer, she's resting a lot, so the chemo really takes it out of her. So I've been playing a lot of video games, and this episode is going to be dedicated to playing video games. So let's see what I've been playing. I've actually been playing a lot of Forza Horizon 5. They did take Forza Horizon 4 off of the Xbox Game Pass a couple weeks ago, and it was working for a while, but then it quit. I don't own that actual game. I just have the premium service. So I have actually created a few, we'll call them games, games within the games. And if you guys are familiar with that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you a little bit, once I can get this started. I'm going to actually show you, well, first I'm going to show you the car that I drive. And if anybody here recognizes me, hello. So let's see here. All right, check this out, guys. So let me get my mouse to the right place. All right, so here is my car. I'm actually going to turn this down a little bit. So, as you can see, my Shelby Cobra, that's my favorite car. And I'm just off to the side of the road here. And all I'm doing is just circling around. So, this location happens to be one of the origin points of the longest stretch that goes back and forth. And I like to drive back and forth. So that's my car. And that's my character, apparently. So at any rate, let's get on with it. All right. So the very first one that I kind of came up with was called Inside of a Ghost. And so here it is. This is what I do. So I'm actually, if you look to the right, you can see like a pickup or a Jeep, and I'm in the speed zone. Let me pause this so I can. All right. So you can't really see it here, but what's going on is when you go through a speed zone on that long stretch, if you're in between one of the cars, like if you're like this, when you're in the speed zone, the cars are invisible, I guess, and you can go through them. And then when you're not in the speed zone, the cars go solid. So I've learned a trick that if you exit the speed zone, but you're still inside of the car, you can go for a long period of time. As long as you're inside of the car, if this makes sense, you'll see it when it stops because I lose track of it for a brief moment and then it just magically appears. So let's check this out. I'm going to do this from the beginning. So you can see here on the right side, there's a red Jeep, and the red Jeep is what I'm ghosting. So let's check it out. So you can see here, I'm kind of in the middle of it on the right, and it's super hard to see. And I'm about the right speed. 60 is, I think, where it goes. And it just disappears for a second. And there it is. So I didn't go super far with that one, but that's pretty fun. So the second one here, so that's one of the 4 games I created. It's just see how far you can go with a ghost, inside of a ghost. So the second one I've come up with is called Kill a Bot Car. So on Forza Horizon 5, there's actually 2 kinds of bots. There's the regular bot, and then there's the AI type bot when you're in solo. So you have to go into solo mode to play this version. And what you're going to do is you're going to try to kill one of the AI bot cars, keep it from moving, and see how long it takes. And let's check that out. I'll actually do a little bit of volume here. So you see there's a car. So I'm going to go after this little junker car, whatever it is. And I'm in first person view, so that's the hardest. As you can see, I just went off the road. And I'm also in a manual transmission, I think. I can't remember if I'm manual or automatic on this. But basically, I'm just trying to force this car off the road and force it to stop. And the best way to do that is to force it to hit a tree or to go upside down. I really screwed myself on that one. And basically see how quick you can do it. So the quickest, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Sometimes you can get them real quick, sometimes, and it depends on what car you have. So it's like I'm trying to pit them like police cars do, but it doesn't work because it's so hard. But you can see here I'm driving it towards a tree, or at least off-road. And let's see, where do I end up? Oh, he escaped me. So I got to find him, and kind of going all over the road here. I must be in, maybe I'm in automatic. I don't know. All right, so let's try it again. And, oh, still not getting it. There's a train in the background. All right, there we go. Now we got something. Push, slipped off to the side. Let's see if I can get him. I'm not actually playing it, folks. I'm just watching a video that I already recorded. So it's difficult. It's not easy to stop one of these bot cars, depending on what vehicle you're in, of course. So you're going to see if I can just... Oh, I went too far on that. No, I am in a manual. Because the manual transmissions, when you get to the high RPM, they automatically switch. So, what am I following? A Nissan? So that's apparently... So, the AI bot cars, to tell the difference between the two, is there's a little D or something. You can see it on the map of the cars that are the bot cars versus the regular non-AI bot cars. And you can see I'm still trying to get this guy to stop. Oh. It looks like I've just... All right. Oh, I'm in a Porsche. All right. Did I get him to finally stop? I don't think I have. My controller sometimes doesn't do the view circle thing, so I must have gotten stuck. And if you kill the bot and then you drive away, you have to drive a certain distance before the bot comes back to life. So that looks like it's it. Oh, I think I went into picture mode to try and figure out if it was dead. Yep, it's dead. So I don't know. That took me a couple minutes, whatever that says down there. All right, so that's number 2. And then, so a third game that I came up with, and you can do this either in Horizon Life or solo. I just called it Max Roller. So basically, you go up to the highest point in the game, which is the radio telescope thing up on the mountain, and you are probably better off picking an off-road vehicle. And it's best to do it in a manual transmission, because what you're going to do is you're going to actually switch it in neutral after you go over the edge. And the goal is to see if you can make it all the way to the ocean and in the water without hitting any gas, preferably without hitting brakes. And you're going to see if you can get all the way to the edge. And let's take a look. This is where we're at. We're at the very top. And you can see. Here I go. I'm in this off-road vehicle. And I choose to do these in first-person view just for the challenge. And you can see off to the right, I'm in neutral. So there's no gas. And we're going to see if I can make it all the way to the water. And this part right here is kind of sketchy because if you go fishtailing, you'll end up losing control. You end up going over this jump. This is fun. Whee! And then this is another area where you kind of... Basically, you're just looking for the path of least resistance to be able to go all the way across the map where you're not hitting rocks, you're not hitting trees, you're not hitting real, like... the other cars, not that other people. Because if you're in Horizon Life and you're not like connected friends with someone, then they will vanish through you. But if you're connected with a friend, like on a convoy, then you can hit each other. So I can't remember if I made it all the way through. I think I did. And this is a kind of relaxing, just to see. Can I make it? Yeah, I hit a fence and a couple trees. And you're just basically looking for the most, whatever path you can glide to just go down. And sometimes I go left, sometimes I go right. There's a pathway when you get down to the end where you get to the dirt track area. And you can either go left, you can go straight through the dirt track area, which I would not advise, or you can go right. So if you go to the right of the dirt track, you'll end up to the right. So we're going to see here. And again, once you get on the main road like this, like what I'm about to do, I actually start gaining speed because I'm going downhill on a smooth ride. And of course, different cars with tires and all that should affect how well it works. I think this one, I've gotten it as slow as 2 miles an hour. Let's see. I'm down to 14, 13, 12, 9, 8, 7. Come on, baby. 6. Oh, God. Did I make this one? 5. Come on. 4. All I need is this hump. 3. Oh, geez. 4. Oh, I made it. I made it. All right. I made this one. So once I get over this little hump, it's gonna go all the way down. I'm gaining speed here, so this is good. So I know a lot of people play Forza. So if you play this game and you see me online, and obviously you're listening to this podcast, send a comment. Let me know. Tell me if these are good ideas. Actually, tell me if you've got an idea for one of those, like, you made it games inside of a game. And I'd like to play it. So tell me what you've created. See if there's something. Oh, I don't think... I must not have made that. Oh, I think I made that one, but I ran out of time because that one only goes for so long. So at this point, I'm just using the Xbox upload clip network. So that's only 4 minutes. I could get a capture card, and then I can capture longer, but I chose to opt for external storage. And once that arrives, I'll plug that in, and I'll just start uploading my screenshots to uploaded to the external storage. That should give me at least an hour of 4K video. I don't plan on turning this into a gaming channel. I just happened to... That was fun. All right, and so that was game number 3. So we got Inside of a Ghost, Kill a Bot, Max Roller, and then my last one here is called Your Military Left. And for those of you who have served... specifically in the Army, we always, left, right, left. We always start with the left. So how this one works is you go on the map. You're going to do the loop of I call it the speed loop. You're basically going from one end of the map to the other, and you're going to just do a circle and then come all the way back. And the trick here is you have to go, the first car you pass, you have to pass it on the left. And the next car, you have to pass it on the right. And the next car on the left. And the next one on the right. And you just keep alternating back and forth. Now, sometimes these cars are very close together. So you might have to pass, say, this on, from my point of view here, left and right. So you might have to pass this left car and then slow down in order to pass the right car on the right. So it's tricky. It's all dependent on whether there's a lot of bots or a few. And if you've been playing this game for a long time, you'll know that a lot of the bots appear during the day. Apparently it's similar to real life, where if you're driving around during the day, there's more cars. If you're driving around at night, not as many. So let's check this out. This is called Military Left. So I'm starting off on the, I don't know, east or west. Let's see. Let me think about this. We're on the west side. So we're on the west going east. Yeah, because the north is on the left. So the first car I'm going to pass on the left. And you can go as fast as you want. The idea is to get from one end to the other and then back. But you have to pass all the cars correctly. So here's pass it on the left. So now my next one's on the right. Not too hard. You can see I'm going pretty fast. All right, there's my car on the right. So now I have to pass the next one on the left. And sometimes you get a car on the left. So then you got to kind of squeeze by. Do this without hitting anything, like I just hit the mic. So you're going to not hit any guardrails, not hit any other cars, no trees, no sliding off the road, no nothing. So that was on the left. So my next car is on the right. Here's that speed zone I was talking about. And you can do it either way, where the speed zone is like a grace period where you don't need to worry about it. Or you can stay true to the game and go to the right of the next car. And this one, I didn't happen to have any until I exited. There was my right. Here's my left. And now my right. So now I got to pass the next car on the right. There it is. The next car on the left. Slow down because I got a skinny. There we go. Made it. And now here's this is my favorite part of the game, where I just do a U-turn. Zip. Sometimes I do that little U-turn a lot smoother. Sometimes it's ate up like garbage. And I think just like in the game, I forgot which one I passed on the right or left. So let's go left, then right, and now left again. And now right, and now left. And that's easy. All right, cool. Speed zone again. So I'm going to go to the right. Or at least I'm supposed to. I think that was a right. Couldn't quite see it on the other screen here. So right. All right, now left. There we go. Oh, that's a guy. That's a person. I usually don't count those cars. So right, then left. That was pretty hard to tell. If they're even, I guess it's even. So now I should be looking at her pass on the right, if there's any cars. All right, looks like I'm done. No more cars. And then I do another U-turn and then stop. That was a little rough. Okay, so those are my 4 games that I have created in the game. So it's not an actual game, but it's a little challenge that I've created. So a recap here: we've got Inside of a Ghost, and that's when you're going through a speed zone. You've got Kill a Bot Car, and that has to be played on Horizon Solo. You've got Max Roller, that can be played either one, and then your Military Left, that can be played either one. And let's do, just for fun, let's do I did record earlier a speed loop of both one of my favorite, another favorite car. It's a Chevy Camaro. So let's check this one out, and let's go back. And yes, I do this in first person, manual transmission, and I'm driving on a full sim racing setup. So I have a chair, the steering wheel, the 3 pedals. I have a 7+ reverse speed shifter, so I can go through all 7 gears manually. And my particular setup, I actually have a few extras that are, I feel they're appropriate. So I have a headphone holder, I have an Xbox controller holder, and I have a phone holder. So I don't text and drive, or so I can text and drive. I also have a cup holder, and that's specifically for beer. It is to drink and drive on the video game, for any law enforcement listening. Lots of fun. And no, I'm not prepping for real life. It's just fun to relax and play. Oh, I hit that car. Oh, man. This car's got a lot of inertia, so it just kept on going, I guess. Didn't really, if I was in a lighter car, I think the physics of this game would have tossed me off to the side. But here I go. You can see some other players online. So those little circles on the little map that's on your left-hand side, your GPS map, that's there looks like there's a person following me. And I'm doing I hit that stupid light. Okay, so not so great in this car. And I'm so used to the Shelby Cobra that my shifting isn't that great. Oh, got a little squirrely. There I go. I recovered. Okay. There's a person, a real one. I also have the whole setup on wheels. I put caster wheels underneath it, and my next step is to put actual floor mats down. So I'll have floor mats, a cup holder, a phone holder. Oh, I also have a phone charger, so it keeps my phone charged. So, and then I have the headphone and controller holder that's mounted to it. Oh, I also have a headphone power setup, so it keeps the headphones charged at night. And let's see, what else have I done? I put a powered USB hub underneath it, so it holds my, the headphones are wireless, and then it plugs in. I'll use that for a USB storage. So this car obviously maxes out at 267, which would never happen in real life. So some of the stuff, it's kind of like, okay, you're going to make a car simulation, but then you're going to allow it to go 300 miles an hour. Yeah. Anyway, so, all right, now let's do the same speed loop in the Cobra. This is the Shelby Cobra speed loop. And I think I'm just passing cars. I'm not doing the military left. I'm just however I feel like passing. It's funny, for a few days I didn't realize that the music that you're hearing now in the background is specifically for streamers, and it's like a non, like you can still monetize because it's not copyrighted material. It's just kind of It's got an 80s vibe of like infomercial almost. Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember if I do a perfect U-turn on this. We'll see here in a couple seconds. Oh, it's looking good. Oh, that was pretty good. Yeah. So inside of a Ghost, just so you know, it is much easier to do a bus or a semi-truck than it is a little Jeep or a car or something, because it's hard to, you have to do the exact same speed as the other car. One thing I've also noticed that if you're, so 60 miles an hour is how fast they go. So if you're going exactly 60, you can do good. You can just kind of ghost inside of them. But if you move too far, of course it goes solid. And I'm not in this. Okay, I'm coming up to the speed zone. So buses and trucks are easier to do that ghosting thing than a regular car. And if you actually do it long enough, the ghosted car will have, let's say there's a traffic jam up ahead and your ghosted car is coming up and you're inside of the ghosted car, and that ghosted car comes up to the traffic jam, that ghosted car will hit whatever cars are out there and you will get ejected off to the side. And I've had that happen once, but in order to do that, you have to be able to stay inside the ghost long enough to catch up to something that's parked. And that's not always easy. I went way too far on this one. And I backed up. It was that's not a very good U-turn. All right. So that's it. Those are the games, I guess, modifications that I do to myself to play this video game. So tell me what you think. And if I see you out there, I will, well, I guess I can't wave. But have fun, folks. Let's get out there and play some games. All right. Well, this is just a short episode, half an hour. I'm just going over some video games that I've been playing, specifically this one. And let's see if anyone else has any ideas. I would love to hear them. Drop the comment in the comment section on YouTube, and then we'll check it out. And hopefully it's something fun. I'm interested to see what y'all have, if there's anything that you can create that's kind of a solo game. So let's see what you got. And until next time, see y'all later.
We hope you enjoyed today's show, and thanks for listening to the Louder Tales podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.